First one, we have several topics. WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, CM Punk, rumors
Ring
and
of Honor
everything.
still around? Holy shit.
I don't know. Well, their news is minor. But let's start off
I
with
thought they took their last gasp already.
so they might be catching your breath. So again, fuck it. Let's start with that. So Ring of Honor, it's officially confirmed they are in talks with True TV to have for a TV deal.
True
Like,
TV? Jesus. That's
and
kind of like bottom of the barrel.
I
Not
mean,
saying anything against True TV. I used to watch True TV a lot. I mean, World's Dumbest Criminals was my jam.
I
I
mean,
love those World's Dumbest, the ones that
criminals.
they would do.
Yeah.
Where it was like World's Dumbest, like shoppers and all that shit, and they'd have the comedians pop up. Well, the B-rated comedians pop up.
Those were like the original like YouTube clips of like commentary. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, fuck, man, what predecessors? And then there was
I loved watching those. Those were awesome.
I think my favorite one was some guy like two dudes went into like a bingo hall to like rob it of the old people, but like a few old people got out and went next door to warn them, and it was a fucking biker bar next door, and they
Oh
just went in
yeah,
there,
I remember that one.
just beat the shit out of the robbers till the cops got there.
Yeah, the biker gang fucking beat the fuck out of them. It's like, man, you chose the wrong place to rob.
Look, I'm not a proponent for robbing people, but like be smart about it. Like, bingo hall with old people, easy target. Cop
Bingo
bar
Hall
with
next to biker gang, not the greatest.
yeah, no, 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 no. But yeah, so True TV, so officially, like we have word that they are in talks, not just a rumor now, it's confirmed they are negotiating a TV deal for Ring of Honor.
Hmm.
So hopefully with that,
Well, they're in talks. It's not for sure yet.
not for sure, but hopefully with that, then Ring of Honor can finally get stabilized to be like, all right, we're gonna do quarterly pay-per-views for Ring of Honor and we can, finally start progressing forward because it feels like Ring of Honor has been on like life support for the past like what 3 4 years ever since Tony bought them.
Fuck, man. Honestly, ever since Tony took it over, it felt like it's been on life support.
I think he thought it would be easier to get a TV deal for Ring of Honor, but
What? You don't know my daddy? You
he
don't
was
know who my father is?
God, Tony. If you're listening to this, like remember that's Fernie. All right, that I love
You don't think
AEW.
he throws
Hire
his
me,
dad's name out there?
huh?
You don't think he's ever thrown his dad's name out there?
I mean, I'm sure. I'm
Fucking
not
guy
like
he looks like a grown child.
a billionaire grown child. Well, his dad's a billionaire. I don't know if Tony
Like
is.
I
I'm
saw
sure
the
he's a
video of
billionaire.
him jumping up and down on one of the Jaguars players.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, get the fuck off of him, dude. You don't even do shit with the team.
He's excited. Also, isn't he the GM?
I don't know. Is
Well, what
he?
does he do for the
God, I hope
Jaguars?
not. The fuck does that skinny bitch know about football?
I mean, not every executive is a former football player.
Uh, sorry,
Jaguars
not every good executive.
chief officer, chief football strategic officer. Essentially, he
That's
has a
a
lot of say in how.
that sounds like a shut the fuck up, go to your office type of role.
Let's see. Well, I know he was involved during the draft. I know that
He's
much.
the ball washer. His dad probably told him, "You sit there. You shut the fuck up. You
Again,
sit
Tony,
right there. Don't
Tony,
you
that is
move."
Fernie. If you want to hire me, I will kill this show in a heartbeat. I'm just saying, I will kill this show in a heartbeat.
No,
I'll
you've
kill
talked bad
Fernie in a
about
heartbeat if you offer me
AEW
a
a few
job.
times. He won't hire you.
Huh?
You've talked bad about AEW a few times. He won't hire you.
Constructive criticism, mind you. Um, but yes, okay.
Mm.
So Ring of Honor is officially in talks with True TV. Um, some more. Do you want to keep with the AEW stuff? Do you want to talk? Do you
Yeah,
want
let's fucking keep with it.
to? Okay,
I love to watch a sinking ship.
so as far as AEW, you know how we've been saying for months, like move to smaller arenas is better.
Yeah, because you know the videos of them being in those big ass arenas and no one being in there kind of makes it a drag.
So okay, so we found out why. Apparently, we have not been on deaf ears. The reason why they weren't moving to smaller venues was two reasons. One,
They had a
contracts.
contract? Yeah, I
One,
was
one,
like, I
one is
figured they have a
contract.
contract with these places.
Like they have to run them. But two, more importantly, they also had issues with the lighting rig. Essentially, their setup is not made to break down into smaller pieces. it's just like one really big thing, like the lighting and the stage and everything else. They couldn't break it apart to fit into smaller buildings, or it was too heavy for the smaller buildings. So now they've had new custom rigs made that can either expand or contract or whatever the fuck it is. To now they can run smaller venues with no issues. So starting December, they will be running smaller venues of like 2 to 3,000, and then they may scale up as they get healthier.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Well, also the other good thing for wrestlers, particularly, they're going to start taping collisions on Thursdays because they've noticed whether collision is taped or live, they just about perform the same in the ratings.
Hmm.
And the wrestlers kind of like being off on the weekends, so they're like, "Fuck it, we'll tape it on Thursdays, so we don't have to compete with college football for people like, oh, do I
Oh
want to
yeah,
stay home?"
during fucking August, September, October, November, December, compete against college football, you ain't gonna win, bro.
Yeah, so they're recognizing that. So they're like, okay, let's run the smaller venues. Let's tape Collision on Thursdays. That way we don't compete with them for ticket sales, and like the ratings look the same. Like they don't show much of a difference whether it's taped or not. So
Have
makes the
they said
wrestlers happy.
what it's supposed to look like on Max?
What do you mean?
Like what AEW is gonna look like on Max?
No idea.
Like they haven't said if they're gonna put their pay-per-view catalog on there, their pay-per-views on there.
I just know the Dynamites. I'm assuming their catalog is going to go up there, but we have to wait to see. It
It
won't
would
be
be
until
really
2025.
stupid if they didn't put their catalog up there.
I'm assuming they would just for backlog because, for example, like I want to go back and rewatch Bryan and Osprey, but there's not a legal way for me to do it unless I rebuy the pay per view.
And
Uh,
we all know you don't buy pay-per-views. You illegally stream them. You told me you don't care about the money.
that's horse
You
shit. I do
illegally
buy them
stream
if you want me
everything.
for it.
You say, fuck Tony.
I will provide my
$60
receipts.
for a fake fight?
I will provide my receipts. But speaking of fake fights, you want to talk about Logan Paul or was it
I've heard the
Jake Paul versus Tyson?
conspiracy that Tyson threw the fight after like the first round.
I subscribe to that conspiracy. What do you think?
I've seen the video where like they clinch up and I don't know if Jake's telling him something, but you could clearly like Tyson kind of acknowledges something.
Tyson hesitated a bunch of openings in that fight.
Yeah, there was like a bunch like there were some shots that he clearly saw that he took, and
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't you fucking duck?
Well, not just that. Like, there's a shot in particular where Tyson nails him in the throat, like right here, and he like cocks his other arm back, but then he has to like, nope, like he's fighting his instinct to
Yeah.
like, throat knockout, but he's not because chances are he's gonna end up fighting Jake. And well, he fought Jake. He's probably gonna fight Logan Paul for a second big payday. But if he went off script, he wouldn't get that second fight.
Like how fucking sad. Like Ariel Helwani went on his fucking soapbox and was like, "The people who are saying we got scammed, you shut the fuck up. You're not even a boxing fan." Well, this doesn't help them be boxing fans, dude. Especially when boxing fucking sucks dick right now.
Well, Ariel Helwani is also a WWE shill. So what do you expect? If people call Dave Meltzer like an AEW show,
No,
Helwani, come the fuck on.
no, but he's fighting for boxing.
No, but I don't think he'll be critical of the Tyson Paul match fight because I believe there are links to like TKO, UFC.
Oh, then he should be shitting on it because boxing is a direct competitor to UFC.
No, but they're connected. Like as in like they fall under the umbrella. TKO is meant to be sports in general.
I don't think so because Jake Paul is signed to PFL, the Professional Fight League, the one that bought out Bellator.
Well, would he shit on Logan Paul's brother?
I don't know.
I I don't
Probably. I mean, if he's a shill for TKO and for all of them, he should because Jake Paul is signed to PFL
well remember WWE might want to do something with him also. Didn't he appear once in one of the pay-per-views?
a long time
I
ago.
think in
But that
some
was before he started going all in. on his dumbass boxing career.
Maybe they want to do a tag team match with the Paul brothers. I wouldn't be surprised. But but no, man. I okay. One, I I get annoyed that Jake keeps calling himself a real boxer because he
He's
won't fight a
not.
boxer. Like
He's not.
you're
He
fighting.
fought one real boxer and not the greatest boxer. He's just a good boxer.
Yeah.
Tommy Fury, and Tommy Fury dog walked him.
Was it like very clear like Tommy Fury won? Like or was it unanimous?
Yes. Yeah, it was decision.
Okay. Was it all
I think
Tommy
it was
Fury last year?
unanimous decision.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know, man. The fight was a farce. I thought I do subscribe to that idea. If I
I
agree.
think it was also them testing the waters with live, especially with sports programming because they have WWE coming up in January.
So actually, not so fun. Oh, kind of. I found out WWE is not worried about them having issues translating their live performance, and I found out why. So, and this is a logistical thing. The Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson fight drew in 60 million viewers, right?
Mm.
WWE on averages on like what USA like 2 million on like a great Monday. They're not going to have the same issues with live streaming. If they have a tenth of that and they have 6 million people live streaming at the same time,
Yeah.
like they'll be happy. They'll be like, "Holy fucking shit, we should have done this sooner." So no, they're not worried about it.
I mean,
But
I'm really curious to see that first episode.
I'm sure they'll have some technical glitches because you always do. But like, I know John Cena's advertised for that episode.
Well, no,
Uh,
not just that. I mean, if they're gonna be, I'm not saying they're gonna be fucking rated R and shit, but like, okay, how fucking of the line are we gonna skirt here?
well, supposedly, officially, they will be PG-14.
So
Again,
they
that's
will
from what I've seen on Cultaholic and Wrestle Talk, and they usually back up their sources with like they put the sources in the description. So
Hmm.
most likely.
Hmm.
But speaking of WWE, sort of, what do you think of the U.S. women's title?
I mean, you already know what I'm gonna say, dude. I think WWE has too many women's titles.
What? Well, they have the Raw, SmackDown, and tag
The
titles. All.
tag team titles. And they have those belts for a division.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, we have technical difficulties. Give it one moment, please.
No, it's the rogue fucking ball rolled somewhere. Go get it. Um, like they have those belts, and it just feels like a division that's light in the ass.
I No, dude, I'm inclined to agree. I remember I pitched to you once. What if they just put the whole women's division on like Raw for the third hour and it was strictly the women's hour?
I thought they went back to 2 hours.
Currently, but on Netflix they'll be back up to three.
Are you
There's,
sure?
yes, and there's actually talks about SmackDown maybe moving to 3 hours.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I know they'll take the money, but I don't know if it's a good thing.
I just, yeah, dude, like their women's division's too light in the ass to support two fucking top titles, a mid card, and then tag titles. Like, unless you move up all the chicks from NXT, like it's fucking useless. You need to get rid of one of your top titles.
Do you watch a lot of NXT or no?
A little bit, good enough.
Have you seen the what's called Nikita Lyons?
Yeah. Oh, dude, who who hasn't watched Nikita Lyons?
I have it. I'll be honest, but
You're a
I
fucking
actually have a question.
liar.
I'm telling the truth. I have
I'm
a
gonna
question
check her
though.
Instagram and see if you're subscribed to her.
Go ahead. I ain't scared. Now, I do have a question about it. I saw on Facebook some people were saying, I don't know if this is true or not, that she's struggling because her knees are all fucked up. Is that true?
So she was out because she tore her ACL.
But like the way they're making it seem, again, I just read the post. I didn't bother like double checking. So I'm asking you for that. They're alleging that like her legs are like all fucked up, like she can barely walk at all. Do you think that's true, or is that like they're overstating the matter, or what?
I don't know, man. It's because I mean, with those injury, with the knee injuries, it is very much physical and mental
Mhm.
because your knee's not the same. You have to learn to be comfortable with that injury. And I don't know if she's comfortable yet. I know that she's been out for a while. Like she was out for a good while. Like I want to say like at least 6 months.
And then she
And
came back and then got re-injured, no?
no, I don't know if she got re-injured.
Hmm. But okay, fair enough.
But like she came back. Uh, Cora Jade came back from injury. So I mean they got two of their hot no I mean they're hot, but they're also hot in the wrestling ring back in rotation. The only thing I don't get is why they have Cora Jade as the fucking like sidekick to Roxanne Perez.
I mean, maybe it's what do you call him, Diesel and Shawn Michaels situation where he's gonna come up or she's gonna come up.
I mean, I'm surprised that Roxanne Perez is still fucking in NXT. Like she's been champ for a good while. I think she's even a two-time women's champ,
Maybe,
NXT women's champ. I'm like, how much longer are you gonna fucking be a NXT women's champ? Uh, that doesn't show like that you've grown much.
no, well, maybe it's a situation where like they need her to anchor down the division for a while. Because I know at one point they called up like four of the main guys from NXT, and Triple H had to be like, "Look, just leave me Asuka. Call up everyone, leave me her. I need her. I can build around her." And
Yeah,
sure enough, man, I remember Asuka had a great last man standing match with the last woman standing match with is it Nikki Cross? I think it was Nikki
yeah.
Cross. Um, so it might just be that Triple H is like, look, man, I need you to leave me something to work with, please. Well, no, he runs the goddamn show. Maybe it's Shawn Michaels telling him that. Or maybe
Mm.
Shawn's having an affair. I don't know. We'll find out someday.
I just think it's funny that the guys who are in DX run WWE now.
I think it is poetic that the guys, the biggest politicers of the 90s, are now actually running the fucking show.
Hey, I mean they're doing a pretty fucking good job at it too.
That's true. Very
I
true.
mean, I don't think anybody thought anybody but Triple H would be good with NXT, but I mean, Shawn is pretty fucking good with NXT.
I mean, the thing is, as bastards as they were at politicking in the 90s, you grow to have a mind for the business. So it's like, oh, okay, now I'm in control. Let's see what I can do. Because if you think about it, a lot of the things, to give them credit, a lot of the shit that they pulled to help WWE or WWF, out of the bad space that they were in were their ideas. So imagine what
Yeah,
happens when you take the reins off and you let them actually control the show with no oversight. It makes sense.
yeah,
Um, yeah, but okay. Let's see what's up next. So, I assume you've been following the War Game storyline with the Bloodline and the OG Bloodline and all that, right?
yeah.
Okay, so there is a rumor about who the fifth man will be for the OG Bloodline. Now,
And
initially,
his name was John Cena. Da, 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 da.
I think I would hate that.
Have you
Now,
not seen that prank video?
yes, no, I love that video. Oh my God, she gets so pissed.
Hi, excuse me. I'm calling from the Veterans Affair. Uh, his his name is John Cena.
Da, 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 da. Oh, is Champ? Who is Champ there? Who is champ? Yeah. Oh, what was it? He's gonna fight the Undertaker, Triple H, and the Great Khali in a spit swapping shoots and ladders match.
And she's like, I don't give a fuck who he's fighting.
I remember the part where she probably breaks, I will find you and I will kill you. Stop
That shit
calling me.
was hilarious.
Oh man. Shit, that was a good promo. Ah, okay. But
I've
okay,
heard
so
Cody as the fifth man.
I don't know if he will be. He has some hell to reckon with like Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens because it's like, hey, fucker, this guy murdered us for like 4 years, and all of a sudden you're like, we can be friends. Fuck you. But I don't blame them. Anyway, for the fifth man, there's two rumors that in particular that are interesting. One more so than the other. One is, what if they use this to bring back CM Punk? Paul Heyman shows up and he says, in my history, I've had quite a few clients, and I made a phone.
Where is CM Punk? Like
Huh?
it honestly just like, oh yeah, he got his ass kicked by Drew McIntyre and
He
then
won
kind of
the
took
match
a
though.
hiatus.
Huh?
He got his ass kicked and then he just kind of took like a hiatus.
Well, remember he won the match.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what if it's CM Punk? Is that good, bad? Like he's like Paul Heyman calls him a favor. I don't
It
know.
would be weird, mostly because it's just like they don't have any like
History?
chemistry. Yeah, or history.
Not wrong, not yet. I mean, Punk in a recent interview even said like, I need to mix it up with Roman, I need to mix it up with Owens, I need to mix it up with Cody at some point.
Because I mean, all the guys that are top now were fucking bottom bitches when he was in WWE.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're gone for 10 fucking years. But okay, so we got that. So that's one rumor. The other one is maybe more interesting. Possibly one Paul Heyman and one Brockleberry Lesnar.
So Paul Heyman guys, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. The rumors are it's gonna be a Paul Heyman guy, but people are split if it's gonna be Punk or potentially the WWE return of one Brockleberry Lesnar.
Well, I mean, Heyman hasn't come back yet, which is surprising. I'm
Well, I'm sure
assuming he's coming back at SummerSlam.
from Survivor Series.
Oh yeah, Survivor Series. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I Punk would be cool, but I feel like there's more interesting stuff with Lesnar. But also Lesnar, wouldn't he just like make them too overpowered? Like having Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar on the same team? Come on.
Maybe. I mean, that's another one that just doesn't seem like it would mix.
So, but if it's Cody, like
Yeah, give me the ball.
I don't know,
Stop
man.
fucking
I
bringing
don't
that
like
shit.
any of these.
Yeah, I'm
I,
not a big fan of these like these five. Who's gonna be the fifth man?
what if the fifth man is Umaga?
He's dead.
I know that.
Oh, they
Yeah.
just start dragging out a coffin.
Oh God. Oh my God. That would be fucked up. Imagine if you hear the da 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 da. Oh, Rikishi. No, he's too old. He'll die.
Yeah, he's too old.
Mm-mm. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. That okay, who would be the fifth man?
I
Um,
mean, this whole bloodline storyline, it's not bad so far, but I'm also just like, where do we go with this? Because I mean, we all know Solo's not the fucking greatest compared to Roman. And I'm not saying Roman is a master on the mic, but Roman's grown a lot.
I mean, I think Solo is still
Stop
at that like
bringing the
underdog
ball.
phase.
Yeah.
Like I think we're gonna get a reveal very soon that The Rock has been pulling the strings the whole time, and Solo has just been his henchman too. He's gonna pull a
They don't
fucking
have a
Bane.
fifth guy, right? Or it's who? It's Bronson Reed, right?
Their fifth man is Bronson Reed
Which I'm like, why?
because The Rock
Ah,
was too busy
move.
promoting Red
Ah,
One.
move your fat ass. Get the fuck out of here. No. But yeah, I saw that pop up and I was like, really? Bronson Reed?
What's it called? I am. So Bronson Reed is cool. They're trying to elevate him to being a main eventer, and I do think he can win a world title one day. I
I
don't know
think
about Brock.
so.
and Punk.
It's just I mean, they put him against like Braun Strowman and shit, and he's just short, so that doesn't fucking help his stock and shit.
I thought it worked, man. Even though like he was competing with Braun and he was shorter than him, he fucked him up. Dude, that angle with the car windows exploding worked. I think it worked. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, I mean, it's just tough putting two monsters against each other.
I think it's hard to put two monsters against each other and try to come away with a split decision. If one monster definitively kills the other, fair enough. But the thing is, then you fuck up the one that lost.
Yeah, because it's like Godzilla versus Kong. Like whoever fucking wins, like the other person's gonna lose, like not just in the movie, but like overall stock.
Yeah. Uh, but okay, so we have that. So okay, here's another one. Brock Lesnar comes back. You and I both know that the fans are not going to boo him. They're not. They're going to be like, Brock. They fucking cheered Vince when he came back for a SmackDown, and he was like, "Fuck you, I'm not going anywhere," even though you guys are investigating me for sexual
I'm
harassment.
not fucking leaving.
Yeah, pretty much. So Brock returns. How controversial do you think it would be?
Zero.
Really, you think so?
With wrestling fans, zero.
No, but I mean like pressure from
The outside,
sponsors to
it's
drop
because
him.
there's two deals.
Mm.
There's the people that matter, the wrestling fans, and then there's the fucktards that start to talk shit about wrestling because they think that wrestling is something that they should be talking about. I'm not saying that Lesnar should come back or
Mm.
that he doesn't have shit in his closet. No pun intended. But
It
but
was pee for any. It wasn't shit. It was pee.
oh, I'm sorry, my bad. But I mean, it's also he hasn't been charged with anything, so you can't fucking just go after the guy when it's not definitive.
Well, okay. So I think you have a point. I think it's fair to say like the hardcores are still gonna probably cheer him, but I
Because
think there's
it's true. You're gonna have the half that's wrestling fans who are gonna be like, "Yeah, fucking Lesnar's back," and then you're gonna have the outside world, the fucking people looking in at us weirdos, cheering on dudes in tights, like, Look at this fucking guy. He was accused of so much horrible things, and these people are cheering him."
I think okay, and again, you're not wrong. I understand. I get what you're saying, but there is one other factor I don't think you're considering. The sponsors, because remember, like when they were gonna do you remember the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal?
Yeah.
And Snickers was like, "Hey, motherfucker, either you change the name or we're pulling our sponsorship." WWE bent over and changed the name. I think if Netflix tells them, "Hey, we don't want him on our channel. He's too controversial," they'll shut it down.
I think Netflix cares more about money.
But that's why they would tell them to shut it down. Hey, you're going to cost us subscribers. You need
But
to.
that's why Lesnar draws money. Like no matter how much you hate him, or I'm not saying you, but like no matter how much people hate him,
Yeah.
like he draws money. He's a former UFC heavyweight champion, probably definitely in consideration just for a bad motherfucker in general. And he draws money.
You're not, again, you're not wrong. He does. I just wonder, because also, I don't know if during this and like this Netflix deal, is WWE still going to be taking sponsors? Like, are we still going to be calling it like, the Captain Crunch main events and,
Yeah,
AutoZone women's match? And,
I would assume so because they're treating Netflix as a cable provider or not a cable provider, but a person that is pumping out their show. I don't think they're switching off of Peacock where they have all their pay-per-views and shit.
no, I want to say I heard that they are switching off Peacock.
Mm.
Like, I think they're
Well, then
importing it.
Peacock's gonna die because that's the only thing they fucking have.
Uh, I can't definitively say yes or no. I don't remember what the fuck they have on Peacock. Or maybe I.
Exactly. Twisters. That's the only thing they have on there right now.
They have. Well, they have the NBA. No, they have games from the NBA and the NFL.
Yeah, because of NBC.
Life
Same
Force.
thing with Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus streams games from CBS on there.
Fair. But what was I gonna say? I wonder though if they're still gonna be running commercials during the show. I doubt it, but I'm curious about that
Fuck,
though.
that's a question mark right there. I
Uh,
mean, because the commercials are what wrestlers use to kind of cool down a little bit.
so if there's no rest holds, like okay, so that means we're wrestling nonstop from now on. No more rest
Yeah.
holds. I don't know. But but okay, so as far as all right, the fifth man, okay, there's two more things left. AEW, it's confirmed. Tony Khan essentially is giving two things. One,
Head.
again, huh?
What head? He's giving
Uh,
head.
maybe. I hope not. Oh, you know what? To each his own. I'm not going to judge. But he has apparently given John Moxley the complete go ahead to hit the reset button with AEW.
What do
Like,
you want, John? Do you want more money? Here's more money. Do you want my butt plug, John? Here it is.
Christ.
It's gold. My dad made it out of gold.
Ew. 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 But he essentially gave John Moxley the go ahead to like hit the reset button on AEW. Like between going to smaller venues, complete story reset, giving him complete creative control. Like he pretty much told Moxley, "Hey man, here are the keys. Have at it."
That's a little risky. I'm not saying Moxley can't do it, but
Yeah.
I mean, you never really want to give a wrestler the complete control of the fucking ship.
I mean, so I'm sure Tony could veto him if he really had to, but I think this is a situation where he's like, you know what, man, I'm burned out. I think I've been making some bad decisions. You drive the car for a little bit, and
You
I will be
think,
right back.
Tony?
Huh?
You think, Tony? You've been making some bad decisions? No shit, Sherlock.
Jesus Christ, Rich. Don't, oh, God damn it. But fuck was I gonna say? Yeah,
I
so
sound like the fucking character from the Muppets, the bear with the hat.
uh, okay, was that really what you meant to sound like? I feel like
Yeah.
you're trying to sound like something else.
No.
Okay, sure, I believe you.
I understand you want attention right now, but you're not helping.
Are you talking to Rogue?
Yes, dude, she's so needy. Like when we moved over here, she became so needy. She'll just jump on you just to cuddle.
Yeah, dude, she's a dog and she doesn't have Diesel anymore. You
Yeah,
are
she
her
was
life.
never like that when Diesel was around.
Yeah, because she had Diesel. Now you're her life. Dude, why do you think we got Biscuit? It's so Ace would have a friend.
We got her a stuffed animal that looks like Diesel.
Doesn't work.
That
She needs a friend. Either
that
get
should be
another dog or
enough.
get used to it. I,
Ugh.
I'm being serious. Either get another dog or get used to her being needy because she needs attention.
I mean, she could be like her mother. Her mother was horrible.
What do you mean?
Like her mom, like you couldn't give her mom toys because she would rip them to fucking pieces. Like Rogue at least plays with toys.
Fair?
Hey, get out of there.
Okay, so last bit of news. TNA news. So they're losing arguably their four biggest stars, potential kind of sorta. One, you
Who?
already know about Jordan Grace. She's most
Oh yeah.
likely heading to WWE come this January.
Well, yeah, she deleted her OnlyFans.
So
That's usually the telltale sign that she's leaving because Lola Vice also had her own little website.
was that the one that she refused to turn off her OnlyFans so WWE fired her? Or who was that? Was that
No,
somebody
that's
like
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose? Okay.
Yeah.
Did she
No,
still
Lola
wrestle?
Vice is the one that was a former Bellator fighter.
Oh, okay. Did Mandy Rose still even wrestle, or is she like retired from wrestling and she just
No,
does
she's a
her?
podcaster and she has her OnlyFans that she does.
She was with Toxic Attraction. This Adventures, her
She got
her
married recently.
let's see.
There's a few of the NXT girls there.
She got married recently, dating fellow professional wrestler Tino Sabatli. I can't pronounce that. She owns her own beauty and skincare line. Uh, okay. So she's the one that got fired for having OnlyFans? Mandy Rose?
Yeah.
Let's see.
But she was making more on OnlyFans than she was in wrestling, so she was like, okay, cool.
I mean, let me see. Wrestler who had only like then Rob Van Dam has an OnlyFans?
I guess because of his wife.
I guess. What the fuck? Okay, that's weird. Okay, fair enough. Not gonna judge.
But to be fair, like some people do use it like as a podcasting thing.
Fair, I guess. I
It's not
mean,
only porn.
yeah. Well, wasn't it originally kind of like Patreon, but like it turned into mostly porn?
Yeah. I bet the fucking owners of OnlyFans were like, why is there so much porn on here?
But why do we have so much money now?
Oh, they probably rack in tons of fucking money.
I mean, dude, I wouldn't
Especially
be
since
complaining. Fuck
COVID.
that.
Especially since COVID, when like a ton of those chicks were starting to pop up. Oh man, they're sleeping on fucking stacks of hundreds.
I'm sure. And then fucking wasn't there like a big thing where people were trying to report them to the IRS and shit, like assholes?
No, not them. It was more the girls that like had those private Snapchats
Yeah,
that were like, you send money to my Cash App and I'll add you to my private Snapchat because you can't track the money.
yeah.
So it's like these people are having income and not putting in their taxes.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. But okay, so Mock was okay. Jordan Grace, the other three big wrestlers that they're supposedly losing from TNA
Nick
are
Nemeth. Imagine.
no, they need him. They need to stabilize him.
Joe Hendry, I'm assuming.
Joe Hendry, most likely WWE NXT bound. Um, I think I think they made the wrong decision by not giving Joe Henry the championship. Honestly,
Yeah. I was like, first of all, why is JBO there? Second of all, why is Joe Hendry not winning? Like
I,
he's a homegrown guy.
so TNA has a habit of screwing over their homegrown guys for like older talent. Like in the past, it was they screwed over AJ for like Booker T or fucking Mick Foley or
Well, I
Sting.
mean, it's Booker T. Booker T's the five-time, five-time WCW champion.
But okay, but no, the point being though is that they do have a history of screwing over the younger guys for the older people. So this is not new. I actually watched a good documentary on them from Cultaholic. Go check it out, The Complete History of TNA. It's interesting. I didn't know Vince Russo was so involved with TNA for so long.
Oh, I want to say he was responsible for ruining TNA for a good while.
I don't think it was just him. I would blame Hogan and
Oh,
Bischoff too.
oh yeah, Hogan, Bischoff, they definitely fucking ruined that shit too.
Like AEW wouldn't exist if TNA hadn't fucked up so bad. Like imagine if they like legitimately wore like competition for WWE way back in 2005,
I
20
just
years
don't
later.
get why they fucking thought, let's go head to head Monday night for Monday night.
They thought
Like,
so. Go ahead.
fuck, man, are you stupid?
So they did it once as like a gimmick, like, oh, it's the first ever 3 hour impact, and it was on a Monday and it competed with Raw and it did pretty decent. It only did a third of the number, but it did like a two. WWE
Mm,
would kill for a two right now for Raw. Like, that's a great number. So they were like, holy shit, we actually did okay. Let's do it every week. Like once as a gimmick, fair enough. But they fucked up by thinking, oh, we can do it all the time now.
yeah.
Yeah. But but anyway, okay, so they're losing Grace, they're losing Joe Hendry. They're losing. Probably
Joe,
two
how'd you
guys.
get in here? I didn't even say your name.
Oh god. But they're okay. And they're losing two guys. I don't know if you're aware of who they are, but they're pretty good. They also lost the Motor City Machine Guns recently, obviously.
Oh
Um,
yeah, and they're the fucking WWE Tag Team Champions right now.
and the what? Their second match.
Yeah,
They're
they beat
losing
the Bloodline.
the yeah.
Talking
And
about
then
getting a rub.
they didn't exactly beat the Jimmy and Jay Uso. They just beat the Bloodline. They beat
Hmm.
Bloodline 2000.
True.
They beat New Blood. They beat Diet Usos. Anyway, do you know who Speedball Mike Bailey is?
Sounds familiar.
Pretty great wrestler. Like, if I could put him in WWE terms, fuck, who's a really good underrated wrestler who never wins the world title in WWE?
Ricochet.
Fuck. I guess he's Ricochet. He's Finn Balor if he didn't have that one fluke world title win. Like amazing wrestler. The crowd
Oh
loves
yeah,
him.
Finn Balor's a good one.
Yeah. But a great crowd, amazing wrestler. People love him. But never quite wins the world title. He was the X Division champion. But
Mm.
he's leaving. He's supposedly AEW bound. And then the other guy who I really want AEW to sign, but I wouldn't be surprised if he went to WWE or maybe even Maple Leaf Wrestling. The walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Mm.
The dude is legitimately phenomenal. Not to infringe on AJ Styles, but Josh Alexander's a great fucking wrestler, and I would kill to see him maybe with like the grizzled young vets in like a stable, but I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah,
I mean, fuck, dude. That's the tough part about TNA is like they can't really bitch about like losing people because they're not top tier right now. They're fucking middle of the road. So I mean, you can't really fucking complain about losing people, but that's where you have to be like, okay, we need to start fucking pumping out some stars.
well, I think the thing is though is like he's given TNA like years and years and years, but it always felt like he was never.
I think it's
He was
also the
given,
management too. Like Dixie Carter. I know like some people were like Dixie Carter was the greatest, blah blah, but I don't think she was a fucking good wrestling owner.
she was not a good owner. She was half decent at like management, but nah, she was never great as a booker. Like no, God
Like she
no.
was good to the top guys.
Yeah,
Like I
but
know Hulk Hogan was like, brother, she fucking paid me when I was having my surgery, brother. And brother, I can't believe it, brother. She was really good to me, brother.
yeah, but Hulk Hogan, fuck Hulk Hogan.
Exactly. Hulk Hogan only says nice things about people that kissed his ass.
He oh shit, he might be going to NXT. I'm reading now. He used to be in a tag team called the North with Ethan Page. So he might be WWE bound.
Ah.
He's a bit on the older side though. He's 37. Like I know they typically like guys in their like early 30s, like 20s. But
Yeah.
but I mean, I could see him working with Ethan Page in NXT,
Mm.
or maybe AEW snatches him up because he okay. If they do launch Ring of Honor in
True TV.
yeah, and they have their own show and they finally start to do like a hey, we're gonna do it in one place, a small arena of 500 people. We're gonna do it every week. If they finally stick to a plan like that, Josh Alexander would be fucking perfect as like your first Ring of Honor World Champion.
I think if they do that, they need to stop mixing fucking AEW and TNA and Ring of Honor guys.
I think they will. I think once they have their own show and they can have their own card, they can stabilize and then just leave it at that. Like, okay, this is our NXT, this is our developmental. AEW is its own thing. Ring of Honor is its own thing. They just need
Yeah.
to stabilize.
Yeah,
But no,
because oh man. I like those Ring of Honor belts just seem like they don't fucking matter.
I think, God, but they look so beautiful though.
Oh God, they look so plain.
The new ones?
Did they redesign him recently or what?
I mean, go look up TNA World Championship, like the current one, and
Wait,
tell me that
TNA
that looks
or Ring of Honor?
TNA.
Oh yeah, TNA's belts look gorgeous. I was talking
Yeah.
about Ring of Honor.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you on that one. Yeah, I can't
T-
defend.
uh, TNA's belts are fucking beautiful when they fucking redesigned.
That's why I was like, dude, their belts are nice. What are you talking about? But okay,
No, Ring of Honor's belts are fucking plain Jane boring, and they look like they mean nothing.
the problem is like the current Ring of Honor World Title. It's the original one from like the early 2000s, which I understand
Yeah,
like nostalgia, but like, stop it
there's a reason why we left it back there.
for real. Like, go back. If you saw, I think it was the third version of the Ring of Honor. Let me see, ROH
I
World.
remember this, like the circle one, the one that Cody had.
Let me see. Third version. The third, no, yeah, yes, okay. The circle one with the like the leaves on the side,
Yeah,
that one's nice. I wouldn't mind that one.
yeah. I remember
Uh,
that one. Cody had that one.
yeah, that one's cool. The original is too. I get it, nostalgia. Like, oh, this is the original world title. I get it, but no, no. Redesign your world championships. Relaunch Ring of Honor with its own show. Make it a big deal and go from there.
It's because you're trying to sell it, and I get like nostalgia and all that, but look how well that's working for NWA.
I can't. I genuinely cannot believe that they're still in business.
Exactly. Like NWA is floundering, and that's because they're trying so hard to be like, no, we're sticking to the oldies, the fucking classic. And don't get me wrong, like the NWA belt's not horrible, but just NWA in general needs a fucking redesign.
Where can you watch NWA Power? I wonder.
I have no idea.
On the CW app.
Really?
See it, yeah, on the CW app. Not even the actual app.
Channel
Not even the actual channel on the fucking app. You can watch them.
on the free channel?
Yep.
Leave the ball there.
Christ. Um, but yeah, man, I someone Tony needs to buy. Look, I know we say this. I would,
Great. Tony needs to buy something else. What does he need to buy, Dito?
hear me out, hear me out. Buy the NWA, right? Keep the
Oh
tape
God.
library, kill the show, fuck NWA Power, bring on the wrestlers, throw the good ones at Ring of
So you
Honor,
want
fire
him
the
to
bad ones.
kill a a tenured wrestling company
Yes, hear me
with
out.
years of history?
Yes, hear me out.
Wow, that's very WWE of you.
I know, hear me out. So have him buy the NWA, absorb it, do the thing where you have champion versus champion, winner has both belts, except for the end.
Obviously, the AEW guy's gonna win.
Not all of them. But here's the thing: keep the NWA championship and make it the second world title on Collision, and boom, there you go. Two separate world champions. AEW champ over here, NWA world champ over here. Done.
What about the
Done.
Ring of Honor champion?
That stays on the Ring of Honor TV show.
You stay over there and you suck by yourself.
You be there for the young guys. Boom. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's what, man. I really did not think we were going to be able to last this long on all these topics. But yeah, no,
That's what she said.
but but yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of the 11 count. Bernie, you got anything else to say?
Fuck Tony Khan.
Tony, I swear to God, I will end this show. I will delete all the episodes if you give me a job.
And Tony's too busy playing in his tidy whities with his boys.
I hate you. I hate you so goddamn much.
You're going to pin this guy, and you're the champion.
What is wrong with you?
Let's be honest. He looks like a giant kid playing with his toys.
I mean, but be honest with me, man. Tell me you wouldn't want to own your own wrestling company and book it however you want.
Of course. But I wouldn't want to look like a fucking dork doing it.
Oh God, he's one of us though. Like that.
He does, he is one of us, but he's the dorky one of us, the one that we kind of try to ignore.
Fair. All right. All
Look,
right.
it's still real to me, damn it.
When you're that rich, it is. But all right. Bernie, you want to take us out?
Sure. Thanks everybody for joining us for the 11 count, where me and Eddie sit down and bitch about wrestling, which we have no idea what we're talking about. But please come back and enjoy our bitching about wrestling like how we always do. We'll we try to put out videos or audio every couple weeks, so please check us out here at the Rollback Podcast Network. I'm Fernie.
I've been Eddie.